finally fucking happening. Pluto is moving into Aquarius this week, which is a really big deal. I feel like I've been waiting for this and hearing about it forever. And I want to do a reading to check in with what this collective is going to be experiencing with this really monumental shift that we're moving through. I invoke and activate the violet flame, cleanse and clear my channel. I ask the guides to step forward and invoke the soul skin woman. What are we going to be moving through with this transition? Our underlying energy is strength. So this is learning the lesson that true strength comes from softness and leaning in with love, opening our hearts, and not leading with the traditional like patriarchal definition of strength. We're not strong arming anyone. We are leaning into our values and leading with softness and love. We have the Nine of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. This is a shift that is bringing in fulfillment of our deepest wishes. It's bringing in a legacy, a time of building our legacy and receiving massive amounts of abundance, building generational wealth, and not just wealth as in money, but really settling our roots so deeply in healthy family systems, building of communities, mutual support, and of course, physical money as well. But this kind of abundance is all encompassing. This is not just winning the lottery, it's having the kind of family that will stand the test of time and is something that you're proud to call yours and people that you want to come home to. It's not dreading family holidays. It's a group of people that make your heart sing and having enough for everyone sharing, everyone building together. We also have the Four of Swords. So this came through in my reading for the full moon as well for this collective. We are getting a chance to take a breather. There is more coming. The game is not over, but we have a chance to step back and recuperate and give ourselves time to rebuild internally and reset. There's a quote from the Nat Ministries that I just saw this week that was specifically saying resting is not resting so that we can recharge and do more. The point of resting is to give ourselves rest, and that's it. That's the goal. That's what this card makes me think of. So, not coming at this from the perspective of like recharging so we can work harder and do more, but we're also only on a 4. We're not at the end of the road. So resting as a practice that is essential for the kind of life that we're building for ourselves, for our long-term goals and longevity. We also have the Five of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. So we're able to release and heal this emotional disappointment. We may be revisiting some heartbreak and lessons from the past. Pluto's been in Capricorn since 2008, so that's a really long time. We're revisiting everything that's transpired since then, the ways that we've grown, the lessons that we've learned, and we've been hurt. We've experienced things that have connected us more deeply to our emotions. And with the divine feminine rising and so fucking strong right now and forevermore, we are getting this opportunity to let that part of ourselves shift and change. Fives are all about change. And even though this is a card of like, spilled cups and sadness and disappointment, that's okay. It feels really fucking good to cry sometimes. And if you need to release and grieve, that is a really beautiful thing to be able to do for yourself. This is a good time to do it. We're also seeing these fruits of our labors starting to bud and blossom. We're not at harvest time, but we are starting to see these developments happening, which is really satisfying. It's like, okay, yes, I've been doing this, I've been putting the work in, and some shit's starting to happen. We have the Six of Cups on the bottom of the deck, and I split the deck to Justice. So there's this sense of balancing again happening regarding things that happen in childhood, things that make us feel nostalgic, inner child wounds, things that I know I shouldn't assume that this collective is necessarily the same age as me, but in 2008, I was in eighth grade. So I was still a kid. And that's what this makes me think of like this massive arc of time that's transpired with Pluto being in Capricorn and the ways that this top down, hierarchical, elitist structure and way of being shaped society as a whole and impacted my daily life through the ways that I interacted with my family, and in my specific case also deep religious trauma. So I don't know if you can relate to any of that. That's what it's bringing up for me. It doesn't, obviously that doesn't have to apply to you, but ways that the structure of power and balance was affecting how we related to our inner child and the grace that we gave ourselves. This is seeing a turning point, and again with the Strength card, really leaning into a softness and a love as far as learning to heal and prioritize our emotions and the messages that they have for us. And this Justice is balancing the scales. This is Pluto in Aquarius is power to the people, community, grassroots organizing, and this is a really, really welcome change. I'm really excited to see how this shifts the ways that we are moving in the world and what we're seeing reflected in the spaces around us. We have the Hanged Man. This feels like a fitting wrap-up point of being able to shift our perspective to trusting that everything is flowing as it's supposed to. We're entering into this time of what I feel are going to be very massive changes. It just collectively feels incredibly charged this week, and who knows, for the foreseeable future. Not letting ourselves get caught up in expectations or be attached to things looking like they're playing out the way that we think that they should. We are sacrificing what we've known and what we're expecting in order to see how things are always coming together and always working out in divine balance, even if it doesn't look the way that we think that it should. So trust, let yourself be suspended. We are in a moment of suspension as we're on our way to being rebirthed, and that's what this moment is for us.